What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. Now, y'all might have heard about this story coming out of Georgia. A 24-year-old man named Chris Lewis left his 3 kids, a 1-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 10-year-old, alone at a McDonald's for nearly half an hour. And the reason why? He says he was out trying to get a job.
Chris Lewis was arrested March 22nd. Police say he left his kids in a McDonald's by themselves while he went to an interview for a job. Lewis said instead of making his 3 kids, who are 1, 6, and 10 years old, walk home alone, he decided to make them stay in the restaurant. The kids were there from 4:30. He returned at 6:18. And then the mother was on the way as well, but we don't know if she was called by police or him after the fact, or if she was on the way anyway.
Come on, dog.
The police have already poked holes in his alibi. They checked with the hotel next door, the West Bank Inn, where he said he applied earlier that day. The hotel confirmed, Lewis filled out an application, but that was hours earlier. No callbacks, no scheduled interviews. Nothing around the time he left those kids alone. Security footage backed that up too. So let's just keep it 100. What was so important that he had to leave his kids alone? Especially with everything going on these days. All this child trafficking, kids being snatched in public, and this guy decides it's okay to leave his kids alone in a public restaurant. Thankfully, there were people in the restaurant that noticed something wasn't right. They overheard him talking on the phone, saying he had to drop something off. And after he walked out, they watched the kids just sitting there.
Alone.
Thank God somebody had enough sense to call the cops. Even worse, his 10-year-old daughter had to reach out to the mom through social media to come and pick them up. Imagine that. A 10-year-old having more responsibility and awareness than her own father. And when the mom showed up and called Lewis to come back, this dude had excuses lined up. He said he lost his ID, couldn't find his cards. He was retracing his steps. All kind of reasons, except for the one thing he should have been doing, is being a responsible parent. Now, some people rushed to his defense. Antonio Brown set up a GoFundMe that has raised $75,000, believing Lewis's claim that he was homeless and out looking for a job. And I do understand that people want to help. But let's keep it real. Even if that was true, you can't leave 3 babies sitting alone in a McDonald's.
Alone?
Unsupervised. Don't matter the situation. That's not acceptable. And here's the thing. Police found inconsistencies in his story. Richmond County Sheriff's Office made it clear Lewis was not at any job interview when he left them kids unattended. So what was he really up to? We might never fully know, but whatever it was, it definitely was not as important as the safety of those kids. And the thing is, how can this man be trusted with his own kids again? If you're comfortable leaving your kids in danger, how can anyone trust your judgment or your word again? This should be a wake-up call for everybody out there. Protect your children. Establish Rich. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with another one. Peace.